Hello guys, and welcome to a new episode in a series where I look at the vehicles officially announced for the upcoming game Snowrunner. In this episode we'll be looking at the truck that's been dubbed the DAN 96320 and is called the BAZ-6402 in real life, although there may be something weird happening with its in-game name, as we'll look at. Okay, so first to address something odd about the name. In most sources concern the vehicle and its inclusion in the game, the truck is referred to as the DAN. This is the case with the truck card and even in the most recent trailer for the game. However, there is one screenshot where the truck seems to be branded the BAZ-ON. I don't know why this is. At first I thought the DAN was just a beta name, but now I'm thinking it's the opposite, where BAZ-ON was the early name and they changed it at some point in development, possibly because it was too similar to the real name. Design and production of this vehicle was funded by the Russian MOD, and as such it has only ever seen service in the Russian military. The BAZ-6402 is actually based on the BAZ-6909, a baseline for a whole family of vehicles. The key distinction between the BAZ-6402 and 6909 is that the 6402 does not have two front axles, it only has one. This makes it odd that they decided to add the 3-axle version in the game rather than the 4-axle, but presumably they had a reason why. Maybe it was just to add a Russian heavy that was distinct from the rest of the 4-axle Russian heavies already being added in the game. In the Russian army, the BAZ-6402 is used as a specialist semi-truck carrying things like defense radars, missiles, and fuel drums across even rough terrain. However, it is not used to transport heavy military and engineering equipment, as that task is left to its bigger 4-axle brother, the BAZ-6403. It seems to me that the length and width given on the truck presentation is wrong in both accounts. Whilst the width is close enough, only being about 15 cm or so out, the length seems to be pretty damn wrong. Every source I could find suggested that the BAZ-6402 is 9.1 metres long, not 11.2 metres. Perhaps they decided to stretch the wheelbase of the truck in-game for whatever reason, but I think it's more likely that when they were researching the specifications for the truck card, they looked at the BAZ-6909's length, which is 11.3 metres, and thought it was that. BAZ-6402 has had either one or two engines, but the 6909 series as a whole has had a few, so I'll just go through them all. The first and smallest engine available to the series is the RMZ-8424.10, which is a 470 horsepower diesel V12. Although I cannot find the displacement of this engine, although it's likely to be quite massive. The next engine available for this range is the RMZ-849. This is a 500 horsepower, 25.9 litre turbocharged diesel V12. According to some sources, it seems that 600 horsepower and 650 horsepower engines are also available for the larger 4 and 5 axle trucks in the series, but I couldn't find any details on those, so I might be wrong. I think in game it's likely the truck will have access to those first two engines, unless a third engine is made up. One thing of interest to note about the truck is the fact that the engine is mounted behind the cabin. This allows the truck to have both short and helps in spreading out the weight more evenly. I cannot find anything about the fuel tank of this real-life vehicle, but 350 litres for this beast seems a bit on the small side, especially with the larger engine. I cannot find anything about the status of the real-world vehicle's all-wheel drive and differential lock capability, but to have them both as always-on seems right to me, given that it's a military semi-truck designed for towing across rough terrain. The thing's off-roading capability isn't super special except in two regards. The first is its side slip mounting ability, which is basically its angle it can go to along the side without slipping or flipping, and this is because of its low profile and centre of gravity. The second impressive capability of this truck is its fording depth of 1 metre, which is in thanks due to its waterproofing measures built into the engine compartment. Looking at what information we can gather, it's clear that the DAN is going to be a good truck in game, not just as a semi-truck, but also when carrying freight on its cargo bay. Although with only 3 axles, I'm not sure how it performed compared to other heavies when off-roading, and its relatively smallish fuel tank may cause it to have problems when hauling over long distances. Personally, this is another truck I'm quite excited for. It was featured quite prominently in a recent trailer that came out and looks great in both the white and orange and white and green colour schemes it's been presented with. As usual, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and checking out my channel for more content like this. And if you think I got anything wrong or missed anything important, please let me know down below. Thank you for watching and take it easy.